and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
It's time now for the LaGrange Grangers Coaches Corner on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange to give you the inside scoop on LaGrange Grangers football.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Coaches Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. I'm with Coach Chuck Gibbs, and I hear some. What did I hear, y'all? What did y'all just say? There you go. All right. Got a big crowd out here with you tonight, Coach, after a big win to close out your season, 16-14 over Shaw. And congratulations on the win to close things out.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, hey, 16-14, it wasn't pretty, but we'll take it. It was a W, and, I got a bunch of seniors here tonight, and it was special because it was not only was it our homecoming week, but we partnered it with our senior night. Mm-hmm. It just fit well with our schedule, and Shaw season was over as well. They didn't bring much of a crowd, but man, we had our sideline was completely crowded, just like it was when we were playing Callaway and Troop, and it was a great turnout. And the momentum of the game, we went through the entire season in one football game and came out victorious.
Well, and with a bit of a change, because you and I have talked about sometimes when the guys get down, it's tough for them to come back from that. But you were down 7-3 going into halftime. Then they scored again. You're down 14-3 in the third quarter. And in some other cases, the guys kind of backed off and just kind of hung their heads. But they did not in this contest.
Yeah, again, that's what happens when you face with adversity. You learn how to fight through. And face your challenges and face your obstacles. We've done it all season. And, even though you come up on the losing end of some of the scores in these close games, starts to create a little bit of fortitude and refining of the character and their perseverance. And it was a complete fluke. Had a receiver lined up in the wrong formation, had nobody protecting the backside. Quarterback drops back to throw the ball. Receiver's wide open. And we go from expecting it to be a 10-7 game to it looked like it was a Statue of Liberty. It just was the wrong colored uniform that pulled the ball off our quarterback's arm, and he raced 65 yards for a touchdown. And again, it's one of those where you're like, you didn't say it, but you certainly thought it. Okay, the wheels are coming off again. Here it goes. I felt like the demeanor on the sidelines was, we got a little bit of, frustration. Went back out. They kicked off. We went 79 yards straight in and scored. Mm-hmm. And then it was the kids are like, we got this. And even though we were down 14-10 at the time, it was a matter of, coming back. And, we came back, scored again, stopped them again. I think they had 2 first downs the entire second half. And, we were all the way down on the 9-yard line getting ready to score again with, minute and a half left and fumbled the football. And they picked it up, and it went from, okay, we got this to, we got it, let's put it away to, oh, boy, coaching staff, shift over to defense, boys, and I was like, you know what, none of them are going to come easy this year. But that's going to bear fruit in our kids' lives. Way down the road of fighting through and perseverance, and it was just so special for the final whistle to go off, and them have their first home win. I got seniors here that I think only one senior and none of them on our current team played varsity as freshmen, right. So they had never won a home game at Callaway Stadium. And to do it on the last one, to do it on homecoming, to do it on senior night, and then when we fumbled the football, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Man, I'll tell you what, man, everybody talks about how much the president ages in 4 years in office.
I know you have a little more gray there in your temples there.
My goodness.
Well, we're going to buy Coach some Grecian in the break, but until then, we're talking LaGrange High School football. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, where we work hard to get you the car you've been searching for. Our new and pre-owned selections are hand-picked to provide the best in color, options, and you in the vehicle of your dreams. And Nissan of LaGrange has a world-class service department that's second to none. Come see why folks come from Atlanta, Columbus, and beyond to shop for your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, 1050 Lafayette Parkway in beautiful LaGrange, Georgia.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The Medicine Cabinet is excited to announce the opening of their third store in the Lee's Crossing community at 1704 Roanoke Road in LaGrange. Stop in and meet the staff. Pharmacist Tommy Whitworth will be leading the team. They offer home delivery inside city limits, a drive-through, and no long lines to wait in. Check out their medication compliance programs, a safe and efficient way to organize medications. Their coffee shop will be opening soon. The Medicine Cabinet is a locally owned pharmacy, plus a little more.
Now back to the Coach's Corner, live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. We're talking the Granger football. Big win this past week over Shaw, 16-14. Coach, you mentioned a little earlier, we got a lot of seniors here that join us. You're trying that last-ditch effort to get the card to get the $250 worth of pizza for you and your coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. I figured you guys put us last in the rotation. That there's no way they can get anyone else out here. They close as soon as our show's done. So I think we should wrap it up unless you guys are going to extend it and let the playoffs team get more credit for their. Yeah,
Coleman, is this a regular Coleman Vice? Pay attention. Is it a regular season award for the $250 from Johnny's Pizza, or does it continue through the season? We think it should be a regular season award. A regular season. All right, we're going to count on that.
And again, you put us last in the rotation the very last night. We can bring out the biggest crowd and the biggest bill. Absolutely. hey, just like our 2 wins this year, they might not be pretty, but they count, man. It's all about the dub. It's all about the dub.
Coach, you've been kind of running a field goal team by committee. You've got Matt Rainey, Ben Ivey, and I can't remember the kids. Jimmy Cancino
and Caleb Seha.
Yep. And Ivy got one. Ivy got one this week. This past weekend. Those guys have really stepped up and been important to you this season.
Yeah. Again, it's rare to have a team where you've got 3 field goal kickers, and they're all, most of them are 3 or 4 out of 5 from 50 yards. And Jimmy Cancino is our kickoff specialist. He's had a pull growing. Hadn't been able to put it out of the end zone. Our first 3 games, every time he kicked off, were touchbacks. And but having seniors that they play soccer together, they've grown up together, and to see how it's different because I've never experienced a kicker by committee. Mm-hmm. Quarterback controversies, running back controversies are one thing, but kickers. And I joke with the coaches midway through. We're up at Hampton, and a different kicker ran out every time. And I'm sitting there going, well, I'm not going to say anything as long as they make it, but as soon as one misses, I'm going to come unglued. But, they get along well. And, again, it's just a small picture of kind of kids that we have at LaGrange where, they want to win, but they're building memories and they're building friendships. And what a great opportunity to allow, 4 guys to come in, 3 seniors, classmates, and split time. And we have a kicking competition every Wednesday and Thursday. And, the whole team's around it. And so to kind of build a little bit of team chemistry and bonding, it's fun.
Well, for kickers to get a little attention is a big deal by itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, right next to him, I got Wesley Kuhn, who's one of the top 2 punters in the state. And I think Wesley's out here tonight. He's averaging, almost 43 yards a kick. He's hitting 25, almost 30% of his kicks, putting them inside the 10. We've had 2 punt returns that have been returned for over 10 yards the whole season. And, he's been kicking, anywhere from 7 to 10 punts a game. And, to do that from that standpoint, Jamie Cole's a good friend of mine. And we're trying to get him recruited heavily for the likes of, Arizona State and LSU. And, his prototype build and not having had any specialty kicking and him able to go out there and consistently field bad snaps, off snaps, one-step punt and get them off and still average 42, 43 yards. Remarkable young man.
Coach, had a couple of big pass plays in this ball game. I think over 60-yard touchdown bubble screen there. Was it Jacoby on that one?
Yeah, Jacoby was running back, and we felt like we had a 4-2 box if we could split them out. And
what do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, inside the Piggly Wiggly at Lee's Crossing, and in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. We have your flu shot ready, so come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. We had a little technical difficulty with Coach. Before we went off the air, we were talking about Jacoby Smith. He had a big ball game, a big touchdown in that contest.
Yeah, Jacoby, he's been kind of a game time decision for the last really 5 games. Real bad ankle. Don't know if it's going to require surgery or not, but he's one of those where we always had to have a backup for him on defense. A big reason why we didn't play him on offense. is that he's just been injured. And, when you got a kid of, with that much talent, to not have him on the field is something. But we knew with a 4-2 box we could isolate him one-on-one with a linebacker. All we got to do is swing it out, get the ball to him, which we did. And our screen package, he took the ball the cross field and just straight up made a couple great moves and just outran everyone and just there was no way he was not crossing the end zone. And, you talk about refuse to be denied, and, it was a whatever it takes. And he was hurting and grimacing, and then he wouldn't come out on defense. And didn't matter how bad it hurt. He just it wouldn't hurt as bad as losing a game. And, again, to see these kids, dig as deep as they dug Friday night, it was an honor to be a part of their program.
Yeah, the other touchdown, Dylan Norville, I think, doing a great job in getting to the end zone on that play as well.
Yeah, Dylan, he's, I think, second fastest kid in our region. And, getting him the ball in space has been something that we've tried to do for the last 3 or 4 games. And finally got it to him. And, again, he's just so shifty, but he's got so much acceleration. My son tackles him in practice, and he's like, Dylan's the hardest guy to practice because if you break down and stop your feet, he's going to run you over. But if you don't, he's going to embarrass you. And, he's just one of those where, he's got these moves that are, just his instincts are really good, and he's super quick and can accelerate through it. And, getting him in the end zone and in a sure hand, for a little guy, he is not afraid to catch the ball over the middle and get hit after the catch. And huge asset to our program, certainly coming back. With him as he'll be one of our main offensive weapons. He runs our jet sweeps and returns kicks as well. So
and also Crawford, we've got to mention what a great job he continues to do for you, Coach. He's, I think, getting better and better at running your offense.
Yeah, and again, a lot of it, is just settling down, and certain teams bring pressure, other teams want to drop 8 in coverage, and learning how to identify. Safeties and coverages and linebacker blitzes and pressures and where his gap releases are. All that stuff, that happens, but that stuff's coached through an off season. Right. He's a baseball first guy, but he'll be the first guy I've ever had in my years of coaching that's been a 2-time starter, where I've had a starter come back. I would have had one in Arizona this year, but, obviously we moved here. And, so I think, he's getting a little bit more confident in what his reads are and getting the ball out a little bit quicker. But, he got hit. He got hit a few times, right. Again Friday night. And, those hits take their toll. And when you're playing teams like the teams we got in our region, we're going for our all-region, voting tomorrow. And it's incredible how many college prospects we have in Region 5.
Well, they're all over the place. Let's take one more break. We'll close things out here from Johnny's Pizza live here on Eagle Sports.
Welcome to your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, where we work hard to get you the car you've been searching for. Our new and pre-owned selections are handpicked to provide the best in color, options, and financing that's right for you. We have a huge database of lenders to get you in the vehicle of your dreams. And Nissan of LaGrange has a world-class service department that's second to none. Come see why folks come from Atlanta, Columbus, and beyond to shop for your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, 1050 Lafayette Parkway in beautiful LaGrange, Georgia.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff, specific condition, and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Church at Remax Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The Medicine Cabinet is excited to announce the opening of their third store in the Lee's Crossing community at 1704 Roanoke Road in LaGrange. Stop in and meet the staff. Pharmacist Tommy Whitworth will be leading the team. They offer home delivery inside city limits, a drive-through, and no long lines to wait in. Check out their medication compliance programs, a safe and efficient way to organize medications. Their coffee shop will be opening soon. The Medicine Cabinet is a locally owned pharmacy, plus a little more.
Now back to the Coach's Corner, live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner live here for Johnny's Pizza with Coach Chuck Gibbs. Coach, have you recovered from your ice bath? Because you did.
Let me tell you what, boy, I saw them kids grabbing that cooler, and I hightailed it out of there. They threw two of them at me, and my cat-like reflexes, there's no way I was getting that ice on me. It was cold.
It was a cold night.
It was windy. And so they were all laughing at me. They're like, Coach ain't run that fast. And I said, well.
I always feel sorry for the girls there in the homecoming court because they're out there in their dresses. It's freezing cold.
It was chilly Friday night. It was chilly.
But it was a lot of fun in that atmosphere, Coach. And, a 2-8 season, you're looking ahead to what's going to take place down the road. And, one of the things that you and I have talked about throughout the season is the success that your young guys have had. From the ninth grade, the JV level, how they've won a lot of those Monday night ball games, and that's got to be exciting for you to think about setting up a program that's going to go into next year.
Yeah, the games where our juniors have played in this year, our kids have been undefeated. Our 10th graders have been undefeated until they, we subbed out, and we had some freshmen that obviously give up points in the second half or fourth quarter. And so those have been the only two games we've even lost. And, there's something to be said about, teaching the kids and having a culture where they expect to win. Mm-hmm. And, I think that's a big chunk of, where our kids were is, they know how to fight through adversity. That wasn't the issue. And we quit.
Right.
But not quitting is different than knowing how to win. Mm-hmm. And, and again, that's, kind of the culture. That's the pace you want to set for your program. And I know there's a lot of younger guys that were standing on the sidelines and know, the talented senior class that we had, but they were a big senior class.
They were.
24, 25 kids that were part of the program and 20 of them that were impactful. And so we have a huge talent void of our seniors that are graduating, mm-hmm. but we've got a nucleus, a core of juniors and below of guys they're ready to be role players mm-hmm. immediately. And compete for starting positions, and everything's a fresh start for them. But they know our schemes, they know our terminology, and so to see how much progress we make in the next 8 months, it should be incredible.
Well, also to establish a true program too, Coach. That you get your weightlifting going on, you've got a chance at spring practice to be able to get these guys completely acclimated in your system. So as we go into next year, they really step up and make a difference, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first week, and that I actually don't have a dry erase in my hand, and I'm not an X's and O's guy. This week we're all about building a program. We're talking about our leadership academy. We're talking about how to, get our FCA huddle started back in football. We're talking about how to get our player council together and grabbing 2 guys from each classroom or 3 guys from each class and bringing them over to the house and having dinner. I got Wednesday and Thursday. I got interviews with our seniors to talk about areas where we hit the mark and areas mm-hmm. where we missed the mark, and from coaching, from program, from all the things that literally. And I talked to our AD about it this morning. Is I failed as a head coach managing our program because I was too busy as a head coach being a head coach.
Right.
And I didn't do a whole bunch of those, additional, head coaching duties, program management duties. We've got, ACT, SAT preparations. We're coming in, getting our sophomores and our juniors, getting them tutored up so they can go ahead and get their tests knocked out, establish a baseline. We come in, some of our seniors still hadn't taken their first one.
Wow.
And, they're college prospects. So, that being said, from study hall and everything, our grades are better than they've been on campus. With the football program,
mm-hmm.
Since I came in, and those are positive. When the kids decide they're going to excel in the classroom, they'll tend to excel on the field as well.
Winners are winners across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we want to put the scholar and scholar athletes. And, and I tell everybody, look, you tell me you want to go play college football, but you got to below a 3.0.
Yeah.
Those don't go hand in hand. And, if you want to go play college football, then you got to do your job. And your job, first and foremost, is to get it done in the classroom, because then you can go play for free in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Or really, if you think about it, there's just so many opportunities that are out there for these young athletes. Division I programs, of course, that's the gold standard. But you've got Division II programs that would love to have some of these kids.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple that are taking visits this weekend to some D2 programs. And again, I've said it earlier. I think we'll have anywhere from 8 to 10 or 11 kids that are going to decide they're going to play ball at the next level. And, our job is to help them and walk them through the process. Part of it is, their grades. Part of it's going to be their getting a quality test score. And then, creating the film that we need to create so that, these college coaches are truly interested in. They get to see their on-the-field abilities. We just got to make sure their off-the-field abilities and their efforts are just as strong.
Well, Coach, I've enjoyed our time on Monday nights this year. I look forward to having these chats again next year and seeing you throughout the rest of the season.
It's been a blast. Go Grangers.
All right. Thank you, Coach. All right. For Coach Gibbs, for all the guys here at Johnny's Pizza, we thank you. That'll end our time. We'll see you next time on the radio.